From the minds of Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin, Elden Ring is not just a game. This latest offering from Software marries the intricate, punishing gameplay of the Souls series with an expansive open world, teeming with secrets, lore, and unparalleled artistic design. It's an odyssey that challenges and rewards in equal measure, redefining what an open-world RPG can be. Gameplay. This aspect is highly personal, but the gameplay of Souls-like games has always offered a lot of freedom in what you can do. From the use of magic, weapons, and shields, the tactic you choose to defeat your opponent becomes something very personal. The gameplay is solid but remains very similar to that of Dark Souls 3, with very few improvements and new mechanics. Music. From Software has always excelled in the music department for their games, and the quality remains high even in the DLC. Although there are few OSTs that truly left a lasting impression on me, the overall quality is still superb. Story. The story of Elden Ring offers an intricate lore that rewards exploration and attention to detail. The fragmented and non-linear narrative can be challenging for some players, and I don't blame them. However, this is also one of the defining features of the Souls games. Some aspects of the story are, or seem to be, quite vague, leaving players to fill in the gaps. Atmosphere. The graphics in Elden Ring are a slightly improved version of Dark Souls 3, but when it comes to the environments, Elden Ring has nothing to envy from Bloodborne. In fact, Elden Ring features some of the most beautiful and captivating landscapes in video games. It offers a variety of biomes, different weather conditions, underground areas, and not to mention the boss arenas. Game design. Elden Ring features a vast open world, which is one of the major innovations compared to previous titles. The game offers an interconnected and non-linear map, allowing players to freely explore different areas. This is further enhanced and accentuated in the DLC. The level design is a combination of wide open spaces and more linear sections, similar to dungeons. Each area is carefully crafted, with multiple paths, shortcuts, and secrets that reward exploration. The game also introduces new elements like the horse and great rolls, adding new tactical dimensions to combat and exploration. Up to this point, everything is great, but then the DLC introduces a disruption to the game's difficulty level with bosses and regular enemies considered too difficult by much of the Elden Ring community. The main issue, in my opinion, lies in the lack of an adjustable difficulty level, which would make the game more accessible to casual players. A small personal critique. I understand wanting to make bosses more scenic, but having them perform 12-move combos seems excessive. The Souls games have always been challenging, but it seems absurd that a knight on a boar or a hippopotamus deals the same damage as the offspring of a deity. This isn't the best way to increase a game's difficulty. Bosses. Many of them are well-crafted with captivating designs, epic music, visually impressive movesets, and stunning arenas. However, there are also negatives. One issue is that due to the game's design and the need to fill certain areas, some bosses are repetitive or simply more powerful versions of regular enemies encountered later in the game. Some bosses have terrible and repetitive movesets, making them feel like they were created just to add more bosses rather than serving any narrative purpose. Previously, iDrawal rated the bosses a 6/10 before the release of Shadow of the Elden Tree. However, after discussing it peacefully and considering the bosses in Sote, we agreed on a revised rating of 8.5/10. Conclusion. Elden Ring is a monumental work capable of drawing many newcomers to the Souls genre. With iconic characters like Millennia and Radahn, and a DLC that feels like a game of its own, there is ample room for improvement, as with any game. However, overall, we are presented with an excellent game. Our total rating is 8.9 out of 10. Let us know in the comments what you think of the game, or if you'll be playing it thanks to this video. I'd like to thank iDrawal and Morgana for their help. I'm Mirage from the Rated YD channel, and we'll see you in the next rating.